And we are back to another episode of the Nothing NTD. I forgot I changed the name. The Nothing to Do podcast. I am your host, Jeremy, baby. And yo,
it's fucking nice out. Who's trying to chill, smoke some loud, feel me?
It is a very special episode today. I am in the motherland herself, in the capital, in Santo Domingo, baby. My front is Santo Domingo. And I got a very, very special guest sitting to my right, returning guest to the show. Very, very old, very dear friend of mine, my boy Manuel Jourdain. Manuel, how you doing, bro? How you doing, Manny?
Que lo que, que lo que.
Que lo que, con lo que, bro. It is really nice to be here. I needed this little vacation.
Heck yeah, it's beautiful outside. I'm happy to be outside from the cold.
It's fucking nice out. Who's trying to chill,
We're gonna
smoke
play
some
that
loud,
whole
feel me?
episode today.
Yeah, that's a theme, bro. It's fucking nice out. That might be the name of the episode. It's fucking nice out part 2, yo. It is fucking nice out, bro. I'm in DR. I don't even remember the last time I traveled. I've been working my ass off for the last 2.5 years. I was supposed to go to Costa Rica last year, and it got vetoed by my boss. I have been in cold weather. There's gonna be apparently like 5-degree weather this Saturday that I'm leaving. I'm in the capital right now. I got some water on my left, but pretty soon it's gonna turn into a Presidente en San Brugal, and we lit, boy. How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. It's happy. I'm happy to have you here. It's honestly like a good time. You're like motivating me to do stuff. Mm-hmm. Even Barapayang, I'm like, all right, word. Like,
Barapayang,
the staples. We got to start with the staples again. Like,
yeah. And you're living out here right now, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm out here. I've been here since October. And then last year I was also here for like 2 months in the summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And right now I'm here for like 4 months is what I'm like pushing for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I love it.
That's what's up, man. You're in the
winter.
capital. Yeah, I remember this apartment too from when we came here. Shout out Alan. We came here. Well, it's been 3 years to this point, almost 4 years. Well, now it's like 3 years and change because we came here late 2018.
Yeah, I think it's
late 2018. We came, or no, 2019. My fault. 2019.
Yeah. Pushing on 3 years.
So pushing on 3 years, but that was a great trip. That was a trip when we realized that you can, listen, ladies and gentlemen, you can do DR in 4 days if you do it right. You can do DR in 4 days. Motherfuckers come out here, they want to spend a week out here. Listen, I wish I could spend a week out here. But you want to spend a week out here, 2 weeks out here, but you can do a lot of shit in 4 days. And we did that last time. So we went to the beach. We visited the Zona Colonial. We went to the game.
I felt like we were here for a week.
It felt like we were here for a week. Like we got a week's worth of shit in like 4 days between 3 of us. And I was like, yo, it's funny because I wanted to come in November. Right? Yeah. I remember I was drunk. And I almost bought the ticket. I was just like, fuck, I'm going to buy the tickets right now, and I'm going to go next week. I'm going to go next week. What was it, Veterans Day in November or some shit?
Yeah. Veterans Day weekend you were thinking about coming.
But then prices was like, no, boy, you got to hold off for a little bit. So I just pushed it off to this. It honestly worked out better. It worked out better for this.
Heck yeah. This is perfect, too. It's still cold. You know, I think it's always nice to, like, come here when it's cold. I used to, come out here when I was young in the summer. I used to come out here in the summertime, and you know, this is my first time actually spending December here in January, and it's different. It's like not. Yeah. I don't know if you noticed. It's not as hot, but it's sunny out.
I did notice. Yeah, I mean, I landed last night. Like I landed at like 4 a.m. and I was in sweats and in a sweater and stuff like that, and like it was hot, but it wasn't unbearable. Like I wasn't like trying to take off my. Like, and you felt the breeze a little bit too. Like, it's definitely more manageable, like bearable instead of like that crazy summer humidity.
Yeah, it's a beautiful time to be here. It's like so comfortable. Like that's like the best part. I haven't even been turning on the AC. Like right now, it's on.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm spoiling myself whenever it's on. You know, because it's really just a comfortable weather. I've been wanting to go like out to the mountains and stuff because it's even like like colder up there, you know, like in El Campo and stuff. Where we went a little bit too.
Yeah. Where your family's from, right?
Yeah, exactly, in Tamboril. But yeah, man, it's nice to be out here. I'm happy that you're here. We're gonna make the best of it right now. Probably like get into some shit.
Hell yeah. I mean, we'll do some shit tonight. I definitely want to hit up the Zona Colonial again tonight. and go, figure out what to do from there. Tomorrow we hitting the beach, and then we're going to Santiago. Knock on wood. But, yo, we might be going to see that basically the equivalent of Red Sox Yankees out here in DR. We're going to go see Licey and Las Águilas play on Sunday, God willing. And it's funny. I can't stop. Like, I noticed that that's like...
Even English?
Have you picked up, older again, are you starting to notice the habits you pick up from, like, the old heads and stuff like that?
Yeah, of course.
That's one of mine. I don't know if you've noticed, just like God superstition.
Yeah, of course.
And
but that's like, si Dios quiere.
Si Dios quiere, con Dios adelante.
Con Dios adelante. Like, I feel like you can really trust people based on, like, if they say that, though.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Like,
Especially, yeah.
At least their faith is strong. Like,
Facts. Their faith is strong, boy.
That's like, that's like the meter of, like, how to measure if someone's, like, trustworthy or not. It's like, oh, yeah. God willing.
Sí, con Dios adelante, sí.
Si
Que Dios te bendiga, si Dios quiere. Sí, mijo, vaya para allá.
But you translate them, you're saying.
What?
To English.
No, I'll still say.
Or, like, does your family say?
I do both. No, I do both. Both. I notice myself doing both. I'll even just be like, I'll talk in terms of, like, oh, well, God wanted it this way. But it's not like it's like not in a religion sense. It's almost like in a superstitious. It's more superstitious because I don't consider myself religious. More spiritual than religious. But, like, I don't know. It's just funny. Even at school, I'd be catching myself say some shit. And I was like, I wonder if they look because of the school I work for. It's just like, I wonder if they, like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really be talking about, like, God like that out here. Or, like, even make those passive comments.
Right. You do that in your work, you're saying?
Sometimes, here and there. But, like, and it's mostly just, like, it's very, like, fleeting. And it's almost like a joke, kind of, too. But it's funny. Nobody talks about God at my school. You crazy?
It's very open, like, education, though. It's like, I think at public schools, students are used to, like, relating that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Making that connection with God.
Right. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to, like, the relationship with God outside of, like, in a private school setting, and that's in that type of, like, I've talked about the type of school I work for so long, so I'm not about to preface this, but, like, giving y'all a background of what my school's like. But it's just like that's not like the demographic really. It's funny. But yeah, bro, it's a new year. Yo, I fucked up for 2022 already, so I gotta try again in 2023. I chose violence to start off the year, son.
How so?
I was reckless with some COVID with some COVID stuff. So I tested positive for COVID again. New Year's 3 times in a row, baby. 3 people. I'm looking for 4 next year going into 2023. I've been sick every single New Year's for the last 3 years. Last year it kicked my fuck. Like last year I was fucked up, like fucked up. This year I literally had a cold because what happened was, so I got the booster. I'm boosted, super immune. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds so cool. By the way, like, I'm boosted.
I'm boosted, baby. I got 3 stamps on my vaccination card. You heard? And so my symptoms came right after my booster, so I thought it was because of the booster that I had the symptoms, and they went away. But then I found out, like, my grandmother and, like, a handful of people in my family that I was with in my apartment tested positive. And I took a rapid test, and it came back negative. But rapid tests are, like, supposed to, like, be, like, they're not, like,
hit or miss.
They're very hit or miss, and, like, there's a lot of false negatives, and there'll be false positives too, which sucks. And yeah, but, like, just knowing that I shouldn't have, I literally just went to, it wasn't a party, it was like a little gathering my cousin had. And I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, all this shit, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I got tested, it came back no. But I was also like with people, like, I spent New Year's Eve with my sister, my mom, my dad.
Your family.
My family. And 2 of them had tested positive. And, it was very irresponsible.
It was running through here. Like, people didn't know, though.
Yeah. Well, they knew. They tested, they knew. That's what I'm saying. I'm
over here like trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh yeah, this event was very much safe.
They knew they had COVID, and I knew they had COVID.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
But I was just in my head. I'm just like, I don't have COVID. Like I was drinking a lot. I was drinking, and the more I drink, sometimes I get FOMO.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull up to the function sometimes. And this year I said, fuck it. You know what? I don't got it. I don't got symptoms. I just got boosted. I don't got it. Literally 2 days later, I gotta get tested to go back to work for school. Positivo.
Damn.
Yeah.
You missed out on work though.
Yeah.
It's fucking nice out. I'm trying to chill, smoke some loud. Feel me?
But yeah, my cousin was tight at me for bull. She was like, no. It was bad. And I felt properly guilty afterwards. And then
people got sick.
What?
You think other people got sick because of?
No, I don't think I got anybody sick. Thank God. But con Dios, tú sabes. Con Dios adelante. Pero yeah, I texted my cousin. I was like, yo, did I get anybody sick at the party? And she was like, nah. I was like, all right, thanks. But I felt properly guilty afterwards. But it sucked. And I almost made an intentional resolution to talk less about COVID on this show.
I was thinking about that too. I was like, yo, I hope we don't talk about COVID. I'm sure we're going to mention it. How's it going to be?
I can't, but like I also wanted to talk about relevant. Me. Yeah, it's always always relevant.
You just got COVID. You had sick.
Yeah.
You recovered. A lot of people around us are getting COVID. A lot of people around us are getting sick.
I ended up having like 2 weeks of vacation too, an extra 2 weeks of vacation. Quarantine vacation.
Oh, quarantine.
Yeah, bro. I watched fucking mad. I watched all the Harry Potters. I watched all the Hobbits. Beautiful. I watched mad movies, and I just worked out. Like, wow. I was like, I'm going to DR in 2 weeks anyways. Fuck it, let's get this. Like, I gotta get my body right real quick.
You know what I'm saying? Man. That's amazing. That's a blessing too, because you had to quarantine.
Yeah,
and you're healthy for most of it.
Yeah, I was for all of it.
Test negative again.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, yeah, I got to get tested before I leave here. I should be fine, though, but...
Nah, yeah, everything's going to be great.
Yeah.
Everything's great. It's a place
man.
Right down the street.
So I'll have the last, like 5 minutes... You said 5 months? 5 minutes.
The last 5 months.
Out here, chilling, like, man. Just like getting accustomed to living out here and just like...
Yeah.
You got 2 dogs. But also, man, he got 2 beautiful dogs, Hugh and Canela. Shout out to Hugh and Canela.
Put the sirens on for them, yo.
Yeah, if I don't have sirens, but yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, those dogs are
facts.
the best, yo. But yeah, I've been raising these 2 pups. Huey's 6 months. He's about to head to the U.S. Con Dios adelante.
Con Dios adelante, sí. Con Dios adelante.
And Canela's 4 months. She turns 4 months, I think, on the 17th. So coming up. And yeah, I just been taking care of them. They've been my world, honestly. I've been working. I was working for the last like the end of the year. Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm unemployed. So if you're hiring, let me know. if you know where there's good work, let me know.
You heard.
But yeah, right now I'm just looking forward to enjoying my time with them. I'm gonna try to read and stretch and move my body. The last 5 months. Other than work, like a little bit of adventure. I went to the beach like one time. I got a tattoo.
Yeah.
Skateboarded.
You inked up, my boy. I'm sitting next to Wiz Khalifa over here right now, son.
Yeah, soon, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
If there's some cool.
They look nice though. They came out well.
Yeah, it's been fun just like networking in DR though, like just getting to know like what's up. I've been in the capital the whole time. I spent 3 weeks in Santiago. I got to know a couple of neighborhoods out there, but over here, I feel like I'm learning how to move around like a lot, and I'm gaining some people in my network, which is cool. Like building a community out here, which is nice. But also to staying safe too, really just like quarantining, chilling, fixing up the apartment. I'd love being able to be in like a comfortable space. And I mean, you have your own house.
Yeah.
This is like invaluable.
And the space is way more homey and comfortable than when we last came here too.
Yeah.
I mean, we were comfortable being here, but like now this is like more of a home ish. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is really nice.
Yeah, and that feels really good because it's cold in the U.S. I was just in New York.
Brick. Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Like out here, it's as soon as I got here, like as soon as I adjusted, I just took off my shirt and like just started walking around in some shorts. Like I was just like, wow, this is amazing. Like. Open up the windows. I've been using that a lot more because the fresh air is beautiful. I can't wait to go to the beach tomorrow too. Like,
yeah, that's gonna be so nice, bro.
It's a different pace of life, though. That's what I will say. Like, I've just been breathing. I feel like I haven't really been focused too much on this like grind culture that I've been in for a while. Like I've just been like, all right, word, I can just enjoy this smoothie real quick. Like
yeah.
I can just enjoy like kicking it back. Like, so that's what I've been doing a lot, taking naps.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like
facts. Shout out to naps, bro.
Resting.
Shout out to fucking naps. I've literally gone in my car in breaks just to like take a nap, bro. Just working at the school, like working like damn near 12 hours a day. It's just like a nap is, boy.
That's your body. I feel like my body was like piling them up.
Yeah,
like, all right, here, come take. I took a nap yesterday. Like, we'll take a nap today. Like,
right,
open up the windows, let that breeze come in. Look at the pups, yo. Like
the pups are napping right now.
Yo, I be looking at them and I'm like, yeah, that looks mad good. Like, let me go do that real quick. Like, it's a nice relationship that you just gotta rest. Been kind of like thinking a lot about that these last 5 months. But yeah, man. I mean, you know, people come out here to vacation and rest. I lived in Florida before. People go out there to vacation and then also rest, like retire, right?
Right.
These are places where, even though the capital's busy, traffic is. I love waking up in the morning and then looking right outside because that traffic is, you can't see it. Like, you can't see between the cars, you know. But it's been nice out here, man. And it's. Where's it at? Is this one or is it that?
Got you right now. Hold on.
This one, right?
It's fucking nice out.
It's fucking nice out, bro.
It stays nice out.
We in fucking DR.
I take the dogs for a walk, or I'll just like go do an errand, and I'm just like, wow, God, like this is amazing.
Yeah,
it rains. You know how it is in the tropics. It rains, but dries up quick. Usually the days are great. But that's a blessing. Right? That does something to your mood, and then like moving around, like speaking Spanish. You know, sharing people with your culture, like that's like priceless. Like it really just, it feels super comfortable. And even like things like my barber, like talking to him is like mad cool. Like getting to know people out here like that. Like everyone has a very similar mindset. They love it here. They really do. People love it here. You don't hear a lot of people wanting to be out. Yeah. You know, which is interesting. Like a lot of people want to go to work and then come right back. Like they just trying to chill over here. And I'm just like, wow, like I'm tapping into that, like listening to what people are saying out here, what people value out here, right? And it seems pretty beautiful, you know. Like I like the time that I've been able to spend with my family out here. I've been to like a couple birthday parties, a couple events. Like Christmas was beautiful with my family. I've never spent a Christmas in Dominican Republic, so that was like really amazing. Like cultural things have just been like beautiful. Like obviously we got roots out here. We got family out here. So of course. Just like being able to do that, like getting calls from my uncles, seeing them, chilling with them. My uncles picking limes. Those are like the little experiences that like I think can fleet away. But like those are the things that like make up my whole trip. My whole time out here has been like that. And I think there's gonna be more moments like that these next few months. Like even us, like. I feel like the way we move out here, like I'm so happy you're here because we just be like, all right, let's go do this. All right, it's gonna happen. Like the game Sunday, the beach, like we just, all right, there's two of us. All right, let's just go make it happen. All right, let's go do this tonight. Like the way you and Alan were moving out here, like it felt like we had been here 10 other times before that. You know, we felt really comfortable, and I'm noticing that like there's obviously a leverage that we have as young people when it comes to traveling, because we use our phones, and like our phones are so much of our like travel guides. And yeah, that's just been super helpful, like looking things up, finding things out. I've been really involved with the plant-based community out here, the vegan community, just studying what people eat, you know, studying what there is. I have a dream of like opening a food truck up out here one day. Bro. We know how good food trucks are out here, right? Facts. But just having some vegan options, like add into the mix, because there's a lot of people doing good stuff out here. Yo, like we can order takeout from a spot. Even Adiran Tropical, like they have a vegan mofongo, and I'm just like, wow, it's so good. Too. Man, but that's been a cool scene to tap into, because there's a lot of things that I think, you know, we can always look at it as like, oh, progress needs to be made, but there's a lot of things already here. You know, there's a lot of things already happening. No, I definitely noticed that the last time we was out here. Not the last time we was out here was the first time I was out here without my family and actually got to know
like the country, specifically like the capital, a little bit more, instead of just like spending time like at my uncle's house for like 10 days and then going to fucking Puerto Plata, Punta Cana for 3 days and then bouncing, which was really nice.
Which is really nice.
And it's like, it's interesting how what you said about like, you know, your experiences with people here and your interactions with people here, and then just like feeling like they don't want to leave, they don't have a reason to leave, like they're happy here, because that's not really the narrative that we're told, like back home, especially from our family. I know my family especially, like it's definitely more of a negative sort of narrative that like, and I understand why, especially specifically with my family, but like it's just like it's like, no, hay demasiado tigre allá, es demasiado peligroso, it's too dangerous, always be careful, like always like yo, you don't know how many times, like sometimes I don't even like to tell my family I'm going to DR, because all I'm gonna hear is one, you're only going for 3 days, you gotta go for 2 weeks, and two, it's like, oh yeah, hay demasiado delincuente, there's too, like it's too dangerous out there, all this stuff like that. So like that,
and there's truth to that.
And there is truth to that, because I even was talking to my mom, and it's just like, maybe it also has to do with like options and what you have. But like even my mom was like, yo, you know, some of your uncles like, yeah, she was like, DR is nice, like when you have the option to come back. But like, you know, your uncle, some of your cousins, they fucking hate it out there right now. But they're living, but they're also living. I'm not saying like they're living good. My uncles live good out here. My uncles live good out here.
They would like to go to the U.S.
They would like to go to the U.S. and unfortunately,
not being able to
is different.
That access is incredible, man.
Yeah,
it's a very privileged perspective that we have about travel, I think, and like we have blue passports. We're U.S. I just applied for dual citizenship too. Like that,
that's what's up. Yeah.
That seems like what is like a seamless process. It's gonna take a while, but it seems like all right. It's like. Just do this and this and that.
Right.
And to not be able to have that, like I can go tomorrow. I can leave with you on Monday. To back to the New York. Like that's
wild. It is wild.
I'm able to like get stuff in the U.S. and bring it here very easily. Like it's a different experience when you're like what do they call that? Like when you're on an island for too long. It's like
is there a word for it?
Yeah, it's like a little idiom. You know, I'm always trying to get up in my idiom game.
up in them idioms, boy.
Yeah, like, there's idioms in Spanish, but like there's also idioms in English. And,
sure.
Like, I had to learn so much.
Yeah.
I always am trying to learn so much, but isn't it like island sickness or something like that? Like I don't even know.
What something like that. Yeah, that's the idiom. Like, island sickness is some shit.
Like you're just trying to get off the island, check something else out real quick.
Yeah.
But the U.S. is right there though too. That's another thing too.
Right.
It's like your flight wasn't that long. When you're actually traveling in the air, that's like 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
That's like going to New York from Rhode Island.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's like a for those of you who don't travel much or are reluctant to travel or whatever. A lot of these places that motherfuckers like to go to are literally like a drives away.
Yeah,
like
you
gotta think about it. Like, yo, I could drive 4.5 hours to Brooklyn, for example.
Right.
Or I could take a flight to fucking Florida or DR, whatever it is, Puerto Rico, like, and that's all 3 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
And you came out here with a light bag. I like that.
Yeah, always.
You came out here with a nice light
always.
bag. Half your bag.
Half my bag was a fucking mixer. I've smushed 2 laptops in my fucking fucking thing. Fucking JetBlue though. Fuck JetBlue.
It's like a hit or miss game right now with airlines.
Yeah, man.
They struggling. Yo, someone tell corporate, to pay these people.
Sure.
I feel like also they were telling me one of the managers was telling me that the other day that there are a lot of people getting sick at airports and airlines.
Yeah.
And they're able to go back within 5 days. But I guess it's not spreadable right now after 5 days.
It's like I mean that's the new CDC guideline. I think now is they changed the quarantine period from like 10 to 5 days. That you're good after 5 days if you have no symptoms and if you're vaccinated.
That's what it is.
If you're vaccinated is the big one. But it's like it's also like I think they're pushing more for it to be state state run in terms of they want to push this more towards like, yo, y'all got to figure this out yourselves.
Right.
Which is why like I could have been back to work earlier this year, like for after the new year, but like we're going by, I think Rhode Island Department of Health is still on that 10-day.
We talking about COVID
because I know, right? You don't. We didn't even fucking think about it.
Notice, yo.
But yo, I also wanted to. So like you said, like so you've been having more time, right? You're unemployed right now, and you've been, like kind of focusing on, you talk about networking like that. How's that been for you? Because like, yo, just to remind you, this is the one of the co-founders of I Stay Full. Remember we had Manuel and Sydney. Shout out to Sydney on the show. What was it last? Damn, it was last February. It's almost been a year.
Wow, it has been.
It's almost been a year. So yeah, and it's just like it's very interesting that you're tapping into that, like sort of, I guess, like that vegan like a vegan community in a sense. I don't know what
gang,
vegan gang. I don't like that connotation of just like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like because especially because
you can say plant-based. I think
plant-based.
That's more politically correct.
Sure, plant-based. But it's funny because it's and I've seen you post a lot about some people and businesses and stuff that you've met and like collaborated with. Because it's just like, yo, in DR, like you don't think like as a Dominican too, it's just like you bring a veganism or a plant-based diet to our people, and they're just like, yo, what the hell? Like, you know what I'm saying? Weird, so it's just like, how's that been for you? Like being able to network like that, and also just having the time to focus on like the shit you're passionate like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So before this, I was working about like 30 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
When I was first out here this summer, I was working like 10 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like the last 2 weeks, I've been unemployed, which is lit.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been unemployed.
Yeah,
which is like a wild thing.
Yeah.
But I've been thinking about I Stay Full. I think I just started naturally journaling about it, writing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to like the plant-based community here, it's interesting because like a lot of my family, like I just think immediately like what it means like to be plant-based or like to eat plant-based like around like holidays or like around your family, and it's been fine. It's been like super cool. Like it's been easy. There's a lot of meat in our culture, obviously.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's
People I think are more worried about like my intake. Like, tú estás bien.
Tú estás así, tú estás rebajando, mijo, tú estás como flaco, like you're skinny. Like, yeah, I know what you mean. Like your nutrition, I guess, like your nutritional value.
Nutritional value.
Yeah.
But I feel great, and that like continues to lead me. So, but out here, it's been really great. I mean, there's like vegan salami, vegan cheese. I tried those products.
Mm-hmm.
I've resorted to like cooking a lot more. You know how I used to cook a lot when we lived together.
Yep.
I'm still going off on that. And right now, there's like a couple of products, like a lot of companies that I just like to support. Yo Soy Vegetariano is one of them.
Yeah.
There's another place I ordered from the other day. It's called Food for Mood. That's really, really, really good. There's like the more commercial ones. There's one at the airport. Like if you need vegan options at the airport, it's called like Fresh Cafe, something like that. They have like some vegan options, but it's been cool just to like navigate that. I feel like I can like make like a map or a guide of like places to eat that are vegan. Even in Santiago too, there's like this amazing Asian food, like Asian. It's like vegetarian food. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. There's like I've been eating a lot, yo. I'll just say that. Like I've definitely, my nutritional value is good.
Yeah.
I haven't been skipping no meals.
Don't worry, mom and the tío and tía and fucking abuela, like we're good. We eating good out here, yo.
Like mad good. There's mad good food. And yeah, I think just noting those things has been really inspiring. To start the year, we still have some sea moss left. I think like people are. I
need to take some home with me.
Yeah. There's some in New York in our offices.
In the offices, I like that. I like that. Yeah.
We're gonna start we're talking about doing some fundraising, because there's like the goal is to build out a factory space, like a market space where we can fulfill more orders of obviously sea moss, but also like herb products. Even some of the food products that I'm buying here, I would love to like collaborate with some of the companies, bring some of these products out here. Imagine like as a Dominican, like being able to buy vegan salami. Imagine going to a deli and or a bodega and like you're like, oh, let me get a vegan salami like that. Yeah, that'd be kind of dope. Like so I'm thinking like, there's ways that we can like create certain products and make them accessible. Yeah, and make us part of the conversation. And I think that's why people stem away from the word vegan too. It's like, oh, it's plant-based because DR is plant-based. esta tierra está buenísima. You know? Like, Santiago especially, there's a lot of farmland out there. We were picking avocados last time. I mean, in October when we were here. You know,
I remember that.
Yeah. But yeah, tapping into that, it's beautiful to have like fruits and vegetables around. Like there's a lot of, those are the most affordable things to eat. You know, if you finesse it, hit up the markets, hit up the little street vendors and stuff. But yeah, I stay full 2022, we going hard, yo. We really are. Like
that's what the fuck I want to hear. I don't have I cleared the soundboard. I don't have any like not positive, like I don't have any like I don't have any more applause or like talking shit. It's like the opposite of what we were just talking about, bro. That's funny, man.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I love that one, though. That's so funny. But yeah, yo, I stay full, man. I really think people should stay in tune with it. We also got our skincare products coming with Rakai Body, which is
there you go.
Lit.
I remember Cindy made me. She made the shea butter for me a few years ago.
Yeah, yo,
that was really good.
We got some shea butter that's like the base of the products, straight from Ghana. Like,
word.
My mom went out there in Ghana. She came back, and we got shea butter. Like that's the shea butter that we're using for the next like 2022 set of products too. So y'all can tap into that. Like if you're trying to take care of your skin.
Yeah.
But those are the things that like I've been up to, and I think I'm planning to be up to like in the next year. Like
that's
it's just
taking. I'm talking.
It has a lot to do with like taking care of yourself, yo. Honestly, like I think these companies are an extension of like just the things that I believe in. Right?
Sure.
Like, it's for me the other day I went cooking on Instagram on I Stay Full, and it was more just to like talk about the company that I'm rocking with out here. Like those nuggets are mad good, and like that's why I bought an air fryer. I'm like I cannot wait to cook those nuggets.
Yeah.
They're made with like carrot and ginger. Like dang, like that sounds mad good. Like I can make that taste delicious, but you know, eating good,
bro. That's great, bro. And like, I do want to ask you though too, like, cause it definitely took me a while to like get used to living alone. So like, how do you navigate, or how do you like sort of like, cause I think that you're still like you're finding your niche here slowly but surely, right? You're finding your network here slowly but surely, but it's just like, do you find yourself like, it's like there's long days here alone in the capital, maybe like you're not visiting your family as much as you like how do you go, like how do you get yourself through that type of shit? And this is kind of leading me into like something that I wanted to talk about too, in terms of like, this is something shout out to Alex Gagne. He was on the show.
Yeah, shout out to Alex.
A couple months ago.
One of the illest photographers out here. One of the illest people out here.
Boy got the hands.
Got the hands. Keep that thing on him.
He keeps yeah. But it's just like, how do you not even like, whether it's with I Stay Full or even like, I know you like sort of dabble a little bit in taking photos and photography. Now you're doing the skincare shit. Like, how do you like manage the sort of the downtime and like the off times, or maybe you're not feeling as motivated as you did, last week or last month or whatever it may be. And like, how do you like, cause it's tough. Like, cause like how do you do that? Like,
I think, living alone, I live with the pups. They provide a lot of motivation for me.
Yeah.
Throughout the day, like honestly, sometimes like, they eat at 7 a.m. So like,
right.
Even today, I woke up at 8. I was like, oh my god, they're an hour late. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll be fine, but like, it's like I wake up with an urgency of like taking care of not one or even like, it's just 2 dogs, So it's like I'm living with other living things, which is I highly recommend. I spent a lot of time at home. I was working from home for the last 2 years,
right?
And I don't think like mentally I would have been okay without these pups. Like,
sure,
here, it's like because not that like I think I've grown a lot in being comfortable being alone. There was like weeks where like, I didn't see my family, or I only hung out with one person, and then I'm like, we're in a pandemic, so that's what's up. Like, it's cool. We still isolate. I'm not meeting no people. Like, I'm not really like interacting with people. So just keeping myself healthy on that point. My family I can trust, and like everything's good. And then also just been like working and like just chilling with the pups. Like I don't really you know, I think when it comes to just being alone, let's say for a week, like I'm just like, oh, word, like I'm just gonna relax. I'm just gonna rest. Like I think there's moments where like, oh, let me just hit up some family. Let me just talk to some people. You know, we've had some conversations on FaceTime and stuff.
Yeah.
Just to catch up and things like that. But I think this next chapter for me, these next few months, is gonna be like even more because I'm not working and I'm just like, all right, word, let me take a break. Let me sit back because I'm noticing what wasn't motivating me was work.
Yeah.
Like I think, and that happened a little bit even before the pandemic.
Sure.
But the pandemic, I think, has definitely accelerated it. You know, working from home, one, isn't easy, but I have an office space, which has, like, been really nice. Like, you see the little desk and stuff, like my dual monitor or whatever. But I think, you know, finding more motivation in work and in the things I do is super important to me right now. And I really think I just needed to, like, take that nap, like that you're talking about.
Yeah,
like,
take that nap, bro.
Like take that nap, rest, take care of my skin, take care of my body, listen to what like I need, and then it's like, all right, word, like I feel good about I Stay Full, and I like talking about these products, and I feel good, you know, working with students to this capacity. Like I would love to do this a little bit more, and really just taking the time to reflect on it. Like I feel like I've been stuck in a way of like thinking like, oh, I have free time. I gotta do something with it.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, oh, I got free time. Let me just lay down, you know, put the Sopranos on, or like,
right.
Let me not put the Sopranos on. Let me read something. Let me read a couple quotes. Like, let me stretch. Like that's the energy I'm on right now. Like, I feel like you came at a good time to just relax because like
it's and that's sort of like that's kind of what I was leading to as well, like dealing with. That was one thing I struggled with when I first lived alone, and I was like really, and I still am really into this. Obviously, this podcast I talk about it every episode. I don't know how to fucking reiterate, but like, it's just like also just dealing with like self-doubt, even with like your most like artistic pursuits or like your most like I mean, however much love you have for I Stay Full, like I know how much love you have for like that lifestyle, like the love you put in to the food you make and what you want to like communicate and bring out to the world and your community. But like you have to, I mean, I know I do with this podcast, especially more recently, it's just like this, just self-doubt. And half of it is too, like, it's something I talk about with Alex, because it's just like, we live in an age now, right, where everybody's a nutritionist, everybody is a lifestyle coach, everybody's a podcaster, everybody's selling something, right? And it's just like, and it's funny because I didn't feel like this until beginning of last year, or like probably spring of 2021, where it's just like, damn, like am I just like another basic white boy with a podcast,
right,
like talking shit? Yeah. And it's just like, and sometimes I have to remind myself that this is something that I enjoy doing, and that I started it like as like my own platform, my own outlet for whatever it is. At the very least, and I talked about this with Michael in the past, at the very least, this is just like, this is a journal, you know?
It's beautiful,
this is just a journal. But I also have, like, I do have like ambitious goals for like my plans in the future. And it's just like navigate. And sometimes it's just like dealing with the self-doubt. Like I try my best to push through it. And like I'm starting to learn that it is better to sometimes either step away or not feel like you always have to be be doing something, be consumed. Like I have to be working on this podcast every fucking day,
right?
Or every day, or like yeah. So it's just like, so I don't know if you felt like that with I Stay Full, the stuff that you're working on with Sydney, or just like, I know you talked a lot about that, like with your, you know, in terms of like what you were doing with your jobs before, and like. So yeah, I was just interested on like how you kind of deal with, especially that you live like alone in fucking DR too. No, so it's just like,
yo, you're talking right on it, yo. Like working
on it in the mic.
Oh yeah, working on it, and
we got to mic train you.
Yo, I'm over here.
Now you're good. Go on.
I gotta like, what is it called? Mic training. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like I gotta talk to Connor, yo.
Yeah, right.
Connor,
shout out Connor. Yeah.
Class. Hook us up with the master class.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's working. Like I think like learning how to take care of yourself is a big one. Like, you know, that really helps. Like working on those things. when you're living alone. But also like the motivation behind, I think, the podcast, and that's what's really inspiring. That's what like makes me hyped to be on it, is like, this is a journal, right? This is like an art form that doesn't deserve to be measured by like how much you work for it.
Right.
You know, like it's not successful or it's not good, a good podcast, because you're putting in that work every day. You're putting in that work every week. Like, I feel like we're so used to measuring ourselves, our products, the things that we create by like, oh, I worked really hard on it, or I you know, like, it's like,
sure,
you can just do things just to do it, yo. Like,
right.
And I think that's where photography comes from. That's where like a lot of the Even I Stay Full, like that's where it comes from. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna do this anyway. Yeah. It's like I'm not.
And it's like really, also with that respect though, if you do want to elevate it, you do have to put that work in on some level, which I respect, like, all around with whatever you're doing, whether you're starting a podcast, whether you're fucking, you know, coming out with a mixtape, whether you want to be a photographer, a DJ, whatever. Like, you do like, if you want to elevate shit,
it gets respected
and get respected, and respect for yourself, for your, like, you do have to put that work in on some level, or to a certain extent. But I do agree. It's just like there is that sort of almost like that toxic. It's like a toxic mindset to feel like you owe, like, if you're not like working on it today, then like you're a fucking bum. And like, like the importance of doing something just for the sake of doing it is just as important as busting your ass for it. And I think people forget.
There's just the same amount of respect.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But I think one gets like recognized, and like, I think it's grind culture. You know?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But this has been beautiful, man. You've been doing this for
2 years coming up in March.
2 years?
Coming up in March.
Wow. Not 3.
No, 2. I started 2020 when I came back from New York.
Wow.
When we came back from Cuba.
That's right. It
was like a week after we recorded the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, that's wow.
Yep.
That was 2 years ago, that trip? Oh, that was beautiful. All
2 years ago, I know.
Bringing me back to that.
Yeah, bro.
I can't wait to go back to Cuba, yo. That's, oh, man.
Yeah, Alex and I were talking about it when he was on like a month ago or so. We did a little reminiscing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place, yo. I'm really happy. Everyone that gets to go to Cuba, especially with me, I'm just like,
facts.
Yeah, that was special.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Real Immersions too. Like,
shout out to Real Immersions. That's the other one. I was like, yo, I know. I was like, why am I not? I know this. I know it's not just the. It's like, and Real Immersions came before I Stay Full too, and I'm just like, yo, Real fucking Immersions. And Alex and I plugged this shit out of Real Immersions when he was on the show.
Big time, man. I appreciate that.
But yeah, Real Immersions. The next one might be here in Samaná. Who knows?
Yeah, yo, the next one's definitely gonna be here. I'm looking to do a trip. I want to do it in like May. You know. That's like what I would love to do, even if it happens this summer. Yeah. But something low key, yo. There's a lot of beautiful, beautiful things to see here. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, like, it's breathtaking. Like, the country's huge. Like, when it comes to like islands, and it's huge because you can get there. Yeah. I think like that's the beauty of it too. Is like, it's easy to get around in DR. Like, it's not too hard. Like, there's drivers, there's cars, right? There's rentals, there's taxis, there's Ubers, there's public transportation, there's like private bus systems, there's public bus systems, and that's like the beauty of it. But like, there's places that I haven't explored that I'm looking forward to exploring, and then there's places that I'm just like, oh yeah, I can't wait to bring people here.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
You know how it was in Cuba, where like, like how can this get better? Oh wow, like, this is a sunset. There's a mountain view. All right, how can this get better? Oh, I'm riding a horse right now, smoking a cigar. Like,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we gotta try and get a cigar out here too. By the way.
Oh yeah.
We're making mental note of that right now. We gotta get some.
I've been smoking some good cigars out here. Yeah. Especially if we're in Santiago, we should definitely grab some cigars. Yeah. In Tamboril, which is they Swisher Sweets is out there.
Oh yeah.
We'll buy some Swishers.
Buy some Swishers, bro.
Man, but I haven't seen a Swisher in so long. But
yo, also, this is the second time. I'm high in DR 2 times in a row. I don't know how we did it. Yo, last time. We were smoking straight dirt. Like, we were smoking roach weed last time.
I wasn't set. I was just like, yo, I don't want to do this. And y'all were like, all right, let's buy this. And I was like, all right.
Really? I feel like I wasn't that, I don't remember being that motivated. Like, I was happy we got it, but I don't remember championing
Oh, right. All right.
Maybe it was Allen.
All right.
Maybe we was lit
it
too.
Was cool to, it was cool to try.
Remember, we got lit at the beach. We got lit at the beach.
That was
and your cousin came through and he kind of saved us because we were like an hour and a half. We were way too lit to just like hop in the Uber and shit like that, like OD. But he pulled up like last minute, and then he
shout out to Fabio
and shout out to Fabio, and then he got his boy to serve us the most dirt fucking stepped on couch fucking weed ever. But we got high, and then now you got a little plug out here for the cartridges. And that's right. Like, yo, we smoking. That's fucking lit, yo. Like, man, don't believe what your parents tell you, kids. You can get high in DR. You can get high in DR.
It could happen.
It can happen.
Yeah, man. It's cool. Just keep it low key. Like,
yeah. It's
interesting. I think, our culture really looks down upon that.
Oh, yeah.
Big time. So it's like super scary sometimes. And then there's times where it's like, yo, this is all good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in the US, I have my card and shit. So like, just like.
Right there. Keep the mic right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right there.
Right here.
Yeah. Right there.
I'm learning.
Like, too. Like,
keep it right here.
You gotta, because you gotta talk to like more the top of it than the side.
Oh, I'm over here talking. Here talking underneath it.
It's all good.
I gotta talk from the top.
There we go. I just want to make sure this was
different too in my headphones.
Yeah.
Yo, this is lit.
That's better. See, you sound better in my headphones.
Oh, no. I sound.
I just want to make sure this sounds good because the last time we recorded, remember, like I remember, I think it was Alex who texted some people. A couple people texted me like, "Yo, the sound was kind of like
right,"
because you and Sydney had to talk in the same mic, and then like it sounded like you were in a different room. Right. But it was still a good episode. But
for sure,
I just want to make sure we good this time.
No, I think we're good.
We are. I'm just teasing.
This system is like, but I need to work. I need some mic training.
Right.
Yeah, man, it's been pretty chill, yo. It definitely helps. Like just kind of relaxing out here, drinking coffee, and just like laid back. Yeah, you know, just be like self-reflective.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Both these dogs is knocked right now.
Oh, they knocked. Yeah, I'm telling you, they sleep from 10 a.m. They wake up like around like a little in the afternoon. They might go all the way till like 1 o'clock, but yeah. You know, it's nice to be. See, they're motivating you. They'll be like, "Yo, take it easy today, man.
Yeah,
you don't gotta do
right.
You can just chill with us, like."
Right.
But I'll be taking them outside too. There's a couple of, like areas to run around. I'm hyped, yo. I'm really hyped. Like we're about to go to Santiago, yo. About to go catch this game.
That's gonna be fucking lit. And it's dope too because the game's at like 3 in the afternoon too. So we still got a whole like evening. Like, you know what I'm saying? We still got a whole evening after that. Didn't you and Alex fucking tell us? You were telling me y'all got bottle service at the games when you was with him.
Right.
I think Alex talked about this too when he was, but that's fucking wild.
Bro, that was I did it for the experience. Like,
right.
There's a lot of things out here you just gotta do just cause like.
It's because you out here and you can.
Just because you out here and you can.
Yeah.
Like, you just got to do what you can sometimes. That's my new phrase right now. Like, it's like,
yeah.
I'm just doing what I can. Like, so, you got bottle service in DR? Yeah, I'm just doing what I can.
Yeah, I'm just doing what I can do, baby.
But yeah, you're at the game. That was an amazing experience. Got some really cool photos. I'll show you them later on film. I got some nice film shots. Mm-hmm. Alex just bodied every photo he took out here, though.
Yeah,
I was like, wow. Like, to see him work is like really amazing. Like, I can only imagine him actually on a job, but like this was all self-motivation.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like just shooting. I was like, dang, this dude's he's setting things up. Like, he's emptying the clip. This sounds so much different
now that your mic is like on the mount. Yeah.
It's like if you hold it on a mount, it's like usually you talk.
Right. Yeah, you gotta.
But yeah, we were at the game, met up with my cousin, got some beautiful shots that day. Sun was setting, and I was like, yo, like, I want to drink something. Y'all drinking beer. I was like, I've drank so many presidentes here. Mm-hmm. I don't even drink no more. Like, I'm good, bro. I've drank so much out here. Mm-hmm. I feel like that always happens when I go to the islands. Like, any island, I'm just like, oh, yeah. Like, get some rum.
Hell yeah.
Just get wasted, like, first couple months, like. But now
you got your little detox in, and then we're gonna go hard this weekend.
Exactly. I might have to take a little shot or something.
I feel like you never really been to drinking, period, though.
Nah. I like to kick it, sit back.
Yeah.
But it was dope. Got a little bottle service. They poured it in some plastic from the Brugal bottle, and like, I was like, yo, this is amazing. Like, you can really just. I can't afford bottle service at a baseball game in the U.S. And it's interesting. Obviously, there's different level of baseball. It's not MLB. Right. But to be able to experience a baseball game at that high level, it's really high. Like a lot of the players are in the MLB there.
I think it's either a lot of like rising prospects or just like veterans
too.
Or like veterans. So like there's big names and then there's like kids.
Bro,
they're gonna be nice. I mean, I think it's one of the better MLB affiliates in the world, if not the best one outside of the U.S. But
the other day I was at my barber. It's wild how like the talent in DR for baseball is like everywhere. Like they really just be. So I think like the number 7 prospect. Goes to the same barbershop. Like goes to the same barber.
Right. Yeah.
He like just signed like a $4 million deal. I don't know what team. I forget.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow. Like 7th prospect in the world. I'm like, yo, he's right there. Yo, he's about to pay $5 for a haircut too. Like that's crazy. Yo. Talk about these haircut prices in the U.S., Jeremy. Let them know, yo.
I probably should. I got my haircut before I came here, and I probably should have just got it while I was out here, bro.
Heck, yeah.
That price went up. That price went up, bro. A lot of barbers, when the pandemic started, they started cutting from home. The prices went from $20 to $40, which means it's $55 to $60 if your barber's good and you have boys and you want to give them a nice tip.
If you care about their family.
Right? It's fucking $50 haircuts, $55 haircuts. It's fucking nuts, bro.
Some places are $35, some places are $40. I'm hearing the prices are, The
thing is, I'm with my guy. Shout out to Bodie. He's been cutting my hair here in Rhode Island for the last fucking 8 years. I don't even know at this point. And he moved to, because he has a family too. And they closed barbershops when it started. So they had to either do house calls or do it from home. But then
people were still trying to be fresh though.
He decided, exactly. You still want to be fresh. And then he decided that he didn't want to go back to the barbershop when shit opened back up. So he's coming from his garage still. Yeah.
It's independent, yo. These are entrepreneurial positions,
that's facts.
And it's art too. They got their hands.
They got their hands.
If you trust your barber, yo, they take care of you.
They take care of you. That's facts.
They are literally touching your face.
Yep. And my barber's a big anime head too, and he got a big TV now, and we'll just chill there, we'll nerd out. And I was watching an anime with him on Tuesday when I was getting Tuesday, Wednesday, I got my haircut.
That's amazing.
And he just had all he's like, check esta vaina, mira, este episodio de Demon Slayer, bacano, mano, mira, and we'll just watch it. We'll talk shit about that, and then,
that's lit.
Yeah,
I'll hear you get a lot of amazing music,
at the barbershop.
Osuna music you never heard of. I'm just like, wow, ¿y cómo salió esta?
I love the radio out here because they still play a lot of dated shit, but it's always even they were playing some reggaeton when we were driving back here 5 a.m. and I was like, damn,
that Don Omar hit.
This was a banger, bro. I forgot about this song, yo.
Don Omar is a legend, yo. Puerto Rico. That's why I'm trying to make it out to as well.
I've never been to Puerto Rico.
Wow, we got to make that happen. It's a lot of people have been vacationing there. Mm-hmm. I have a friend that's there for a couple of months, but it's definitely a place that I want to go and explore. I've been there a few times, but it's definitely the islands are the best, yo. It's right there, we keep saying. It's the U.S. flights $400, boom, boom.
Yep.
Maybe you catch one on sale for $300 something.
Yep.
It's worth it. If you back to real immersion, if you need help planning a trip to DR or Puerto Rico or Cuba or wherever you want to go,
hit up your
That's
boy.
what we're doing right now. That's a lot of the things that I'm trying to do right now is just help people travel.
Yeah.
I want people to have passports in their hands. I want people to get dual citizenship if they can get it, if they're eligible. I want people to feel like the world, is as borderless as possible, right? These things are so arbitrary,
Sure.
You walk in Aduana in DR and it's all right, we're cool. And then the US too, it's
sometimes they don't even like to fuck with you too, which is funny. You could tell.
Heck
they'll look at it and they'll look at you, and they'll make a joke, this is you, or
in DR, right?
In DR. Even when I got in,
I love the love they show, yo.
Yeah.
Going through TSA out here is so different. I don't even know if it's called TSA. Does that translate the same?
I think TSA is an American thing, US thing. Yeah.
TSA.
TSA. Security. I got some questions for you, my guy.
Oh, you got questions? I was
some
like,
questions for you.
I have questions for you.
Yes. Yeah.
No, but it's like really amazing how you build this out, like this podcast. But
I appreciate that.
I'm just trying to hype you up. I'm happy that you come like organized. I think that's like the beauty of it. It's like it's so much. Let's just have natural conversation. Let's just catch up. Let me teach you how to hold the mic throughout the session.
Right. Yeah.
And like you're journaling a lot of that growth too, even for your guests, like even for me, like even teaching me how to like hold the mic. Like that's like that's a whole episode. That's a whole memory in itself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, esto pa adelante, que vamos, yo, esto pa arriba. We're gonna elevate this, yo.
Yeah, for real.
The work elevates itself by just like time, yo.
Yeah.
And more importantly, you know.
Yeah. So I just set up some quick questions. Something I want to get into with guests. It's more so that we're not just. I mean, even this wasn't like I mapped out the conversation we had. I'm over here talking like I'm a fucking mastermind. Like I knew what we were doing before we were gonna do it. But no, you always need a guide. That's one thing I've noticed about any artistic endeavor, any like platform you're trying to start, specifically with something like this. Can't just go in there trying to raw dog on the mic like every time, because it's like sometimes it makes for the best conversation, but in terms of like longevity, like you need some sort of structure always, and I'm always working on building that and being more engaging with more guests, because now it's just me. It's just me. So, and even though I do, and one of my goals is to get more different people and get more people on the show. But yeah, so we'll start off light. First question is, share one of your resolutions you have for this year, 2022. We hit it a lot already, but like anything that you kind of either you wrote down that you'd like to share.
It's interesting. Like I
And with these questions, you can feel free to throw them back at me as well.
All right,
if you want to.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really think about too many resolutions, honestly.
Sure.
But I think one of them is just like be healthy, and then like move with like bring things in that like motivate me, inspire me, you know, like move with people around me that inspire me, move with things and like create and be a part of things that motivate me, inspire me, you know.
Sure.
And another resolution is like, I feel like everyone's resolution at the same time of year is like move your body, you know. Like I'm always just like, all right, word, like it's
oldie but a goodie. Right,
it's winter. Got to move my body more. Summer's coming. I want to be strong for summer just so I can like move my body even more.
Yeah.
Skateboarding is still holding me strong, you know? Like
how often do you skate out here?
I feel like I skate out here a couple times a month. Like it's probably like 3 times a month, 4 times a month.
I be seeing you at the parks too out here sometimes on the gram.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun. I think skate more is like what encompasses like also just like that move one too, because skateboarding, I'm about to be 29 this year, yo. Like I feel good.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, I feel good, and I want to skate more. Like I want to be 30 years old skating and elevating my skateboarding too. Like there's a lot of interesting things that like come along with that, you know. And then I think as you get older, you realize, oh, what you do off the board helps what you do on the board a lot. Like I'm stretching a lot more. Yeah, just so I can make sure when I'm skating, I feel good.
Yeah,
you know, but those are the things. I'm looking forward to doing.
There you go.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, and do you resonate with any of those? Like you?
Yeah.
Have you made similar ones?
I was like you, where I don't really like. I don't think of resolutions on that level where very specific. You write them down, like sort of how you think of a New Year's resolution. This is the first year I did write it down in my journal.
Word.
So that was a new thing. I talked about it last year. I think one of more my specific, I guess this is more of a goal than a resolution, was to get video for this. I've talked about this a bunch, and that's in the works. Another one was to network more and be less embarrassed about this podcast and like sharing it with people and like telling them that this is something that I do. I found a part of it is because of my job, and I've said some outlandish shit about my job on this thing. So part of it is fear, like I don't want to get fired, but a lot of it is just too like I talked about before. Sometimes it's just like there's just the preconceived thought of like starting a podcast or a mixtape or whatever it is. It's just like it rings it rings like maybe like I sometimes feel like a tool or some shit, or I feel like I feel lame, like, oh, you started a podcast like every other fucking other guy in this world. And I'm trying to work on more and like kind of trying to step out of that now and be less insecure, because this is something that it's like I've talked about, like it's something I enjoy doing, from the like all the way from recording to planning the episode, recording to the editing and to posting on social media. Like I have a lot of fun doing it and like thinking of new ways to like, you know, get it out there more or like change shit up or elevate it more. So that's one of my I always say that's one of my resolutions, is to be more open about this and network more about it.
Heck yeah. Yo.
Yeah. Okay, another one. What you doing if tomorrow you wake up? See, and these types of questions is always like, what are you doing tomorrow if you wake up with $1 million, $1 billion? No, what are you doing tomorrow if you wake up with like 55K?
55K?
55K. It's a considerable. I think it's a considerable amount of money for someone, for like people in our position. But
That'd
it's not like
so great.
But it's not like $1 billion. It's like you can do one big thing. Like you can start one big thing, whether it's like pay off a debt or start with this. What's yours? What are you doing?
I immediately know what I'm gonna do with 55K.
What are you doing with 55K?
I'm aiming for 55K to 70K right now.
Okay,
right? That's what I'm aiming for.
There you
so
go.
if I wake up with tomorrow, that would just save me some time.
There you go.
But I would definitely to pay off some debt.
There you go.
Pay off all my debt.
Got you.
First off, and then buy a house in DR.
There you go.
I would buy a house right
I like
here.
it.
I'd put a down payment immediately on like a, you know, whatever I can get with like $30,000-$40,000.
Yeah.
of like of money, of like deposit, whatever. But that'd be nice. That's what I'm working towards right now, yo. That's an exciting question.
Yeah.
Because it makes me think about the future. I'm just like, oh yeah, 55K.
Yeah, 54. What can you do with 55K, bro? Because and it's not like it's not like, what are you doing? 500 million. It's like, yeah, I'll buy everything. Like It's like that's like 50K. It's like you got 50K in your bank account tomorrow. What are you gonna do with that? You know, there's not much you can do, but there's a lot you can start. So
yeah, man, that's true. That's true.
Next question: Rihanna or SZA?
Just random question.
Rihanna or SZA?
Well, SZA's been dropping music.
Yeah.
Rihanna hasn't been dropping music, so
Okay.
I'm gonna go with SZA.
You're gonna go with SZA, but this is all across the board. I'm not even. I'm talking everything. I'm talking brand,
Like está buena,
looks,
yo.
like está buena, todo, tú sabes,
I
like
think
está-
SZA's like got that right now because it's her time, you know.
Yeah.
Like Rihanna, you know, she's what is that? She got recognized by Barbados. She's over here.
She got the key to Barbados.
Yeah,
she got the key to Barbados.
Rihanna's about to be the president of the world. She got bigger things to like.
Right.
SZA's over here talking to us, engaging
Sure.
with us. Rihanna's like, yo, yeah, I might make a song, but
Yeah, and I think I feel like SZA could be on the path to where she could be like a Rihanna. She could be a Rihanna type figure,
right? That
within the next
that
within like 10 years.
stardom.
And she's bad as fuck. Like I feel like she's an underrated baddie. Like on some like, because when I was thinking of this question, I was like, I almost said Rihanna or Beyonce, but that question is played out.
Right,
and also
right.
Beyonce is just on a different tier now. She's married with like 5 kids.
Rihanna's
and, like, you know what I'm
past
saying?
the tier of us.
Rihanna is
choosing
past the
her
tier of us,
between-
and SZA. I feel like SZA could be approaching that on some level.
Yeah.
and she bad and she makes great music.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you say SZA?
Yeah, I would say SZA.
Okay, I like that. Next one, another light one. What was the last book you read?
The last book I read like part of this like college counseling book. I forget what it was called. I didn't really like it. I read like 100 pages of it.
Yeah.
I was doing it for work.
Yeah,
Just to like try to seem smart and shit. But
yeah.
before that, I don't even know, y'all. I haven't really taken too much time to read, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta spend more time to read. My homie hooked me up with this like finance book that I have in like the Apple bookstore. But if you're looking for recommendations, I'm not giving them right now. Like I don't really know.
All right, no, I just want to
You
know what's
know?
in your catalog if you are reading.
Yeah. Those two books right in front of us are reading. You know, The
Yep.
Warrior of the Light, and then Alan gave me this book in Mass. It's translated version, but it's called The Journey of. I'm gonna really butcher this. Ibn Fatuma. But those are like the reading list on my reading list right now. Those should be pretty light to read.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. All right. Another kind of light one. What if any are you like? What music, artist, song are you like is on repeat for you right now?
Oh, Eladio Carrion for sure.
Oh yeah, you've been sending me some of his shit. He's good.
Man, I've been listening. He's dropping a new album too.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Young Dolph. Been listening to Little Young Dolph.
Oh yeah, R.P. Dolph. I never listened to Dolph like that though, but
yeah. Kiko El Crazy. Have you heard of him?
Kiko El Crazy, no.
La Pampara, yo, that song goes hard, yo.
I probably did hear the song La Pampara. Like a lot of these, what I'm at with like Latino music is like, if I hear the song, I'll probably recognize it, but I'm not up to it like I was like when I lived in New York.
Yeah, being here is amazing because of that. Like I'm just like always in tune with it. But always fella, and definitely what's it called? Ricky Oriach. I just saw a concert by him. Mm-hmm. Ricky Oriach. Have you heard of him? Like he's so good. And then there's like one more artist too that I'm listening. Oh yeah, Young Nudie and Chief Keef. Like always,
Young
like those
Nudie,
two.
yeah.
So
I remember that. Yep.
Young Nudie's really good. Yeah. So I always I always listen to him.
Yeah.
And then Chief Keef is dropping a new project, which I think he's really consistent with music. I feel like to this day, yo. But Chief Keef is really consistent. But he just dropped a new project, and that's I recommend it, giving it a listen. Like
there we go. Chief Keef.
Yo, Chief
Young Nudie.
Yo, I'm gonna play that for you later. Watch like that.
Eladio Carron. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one. When was the last time you cried?
Chad's wedding.
Chad's wedding.
Yeah,
also, it was a good cry.
Yeah, it
Tears
was so
joy.
beautiful. Yeah, so Chad, like my best friend.
Shout out to Chad. Yeah,
our friend from high school.
Chad. Yeah.
I got to be in his wedding, which was like an amazing honor, and to be able to share that moment during like such a crazy time. Right, I was able to like be healthy. He was healthy. His family was healthy. Everyone was there. That needed to be there. I felt like. But it was a beautiful wedding, really, really beautiful wedding in Raleigh, North Carolina, and just went this past weekend. But his mom and him were dancing, and you know, Chad and me are like really amazing friends. But like seeing them dance, I was just like really touched. So I shed a little thug tear.
Little thug tear for the homie.
For the homie.
Shout out to Chad. Like, yeah, goddamn really beautiful for him. That is beautiful.
Married, yo.
Yeah, that's a good one. I wasn't expecting
that one either.
Well, I wasn't expecting. I guess maybe because of the last time I did, but I wasn't expecting.
What's the last time you cried? Was it something negative?
Yeah.
El COVID te tenía jodida, yo.
COVID tenía. But the last time I cried, it was actually recent. I think it was like a month ago. Unfortunately, I have a very close friend of mine. He's doing some time right now, you know, and he got locked up earlier last year. Actually, almost a year ago to this day, and it hurt. I never processed it like that. It was like I never I thought about it. I always felt bad, but I never it never it didn't sink in until recently. I had a dream, and it was like me and a lot of my other friends, and we were like on a FaceTime, like on a TV with him, and for some reason in like the prison, like he had access to an Xbox or like a PS4, and I just let him do share play while he was on the thing, and he was just playing. And it was like Christmas, I think, and we were just there, like one by one, like some of my friends started leaving, and I was still like leaving, like he was just still playing video games, and I was just letting him. I was like just let him go crazy and like have a good time playing PS4 while I have him. And then I remember in the dream, like it's like he forgot I was there, and like he started like singing this song about like just like the regret he had. It was weird, like the regret and like all this stuff. Dream. Yeah, it was a fucking soprano ass dream. And then I woke up and I was just like, and I was like a little bit emotional, but I wasn't crying. And then I get up, I go to the bathroom, and I go lie down, and then it just kind of sank in, and then I just like tears just started going down my face. I was like, fuck, like I'm not. I don't know. I felt really. That was the last time I cried. But
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, man. It was good about the best thing about the situation in general, obviously, was that looked the good, just the way you can communicate with a lot of people in jail, because he's like doing like it's different, I guess, because if you're doing like you're in a federal prison or whatever it is. But like, like he's literally has access to an iPad all the time. I think a lot of it has to do with COVID. People couldn't visit, so like I could literally hit him up right now. It's 25 cents a message. Like, I'll text him Merry Christmas. I can send him pics. I've sent him like pics.
You gotta pay 25 cents a message.
Yeah. And
who's making money off that?
But like, yeah, I know, right? But
is that AT&T?
No, the app is called Getting Out. Getting Out.
That sounds like a setup.
And you can FaceTime him too. But yeah, I send him like I'll send him pics like I've seen of us like as kids and stuff like that. Right, just like little. So that's a good, like, that's one positive, I guess. It's just like we have pretty good access to just like reach out to him. Like I could probably text him right now and be like, yo, okay, I'm in DR. Right. And you always text in good spirits, obviously like
maintain. That's good to have that contact, man. Yeah, that's important. I mean, I can only imagine, yo.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, man. And okay, the last question I have prepped for you. All right, yeah, this is so Kirby. You know Kirby.
Kirby
the pink blob from Smash. From
I used to love that game on Game
Boy. Kirby just inhaled you. He swallowed you. What ability is he getting?
What
ability did he just get from you?
Oh, because he takes your ability.
Because he takes your ability. He takes your power, whatever it is.
He's gonna definitely like wear a beanie or something and like have a beard.
Yeah, he got a beard with the beanie.
Kirby's gonna have a beard, yo. And he's gonna know how to dance bachata, of course. Like,
yeah.
He's gonna be out here like, just moving across people, just like that.
And he's gonna use and one of his moves is just like a food truck, just like
a food truck. Yeah, he's gonna be vegan.
He's gonna be plant based. Yes, that's all. Like that's the. You say you got questions you want to ask me shit or?
Yo, I forgot. No lie, but I definitely I just wanted to talk about like just like this process, yo. Just like you over here traveling with your set. Mm-hmm. This is beautiful. You can really taste anywhere. Yeah, taste anywhere. You're ready to go.
Si, senor, baby.
I think more about that too. It's just like earlier we were talking about just like doing stuff for fun and just like how do you create motivation to, let's say, how do you create motivation to like, let's say, take it to that next level? Like, all right, like even hitting the button on this to purchase it. Your cameras that you just like got too. It's like, what made you just hit that switch? Like, obviously the bank account, the finances, that 55K you woke up with, you know?
Right.
Like, what else motivated you to be like, I'm ready to take, I'm gonna buy this software. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna spend money on my system. I'm gonna invest in myself. I'm gonna invest in what things I enjoy doing. You might not see $1 out of this, right? Like you might, or you might see, who knows, like what was it? Not 55K, but you said 500 million. You might see 500 million on this podcast, right?
Bro Rogan.
Right? You could be the next Joe Rogan.
Joe Budden.
And Joe Budden.
No, I know what you mean. I think it was, I guess for, like, it was literally just like, I feel like I've hit an age or a time where it's just like, one, I need to, like, I want to elevate this, and it's just like, I feel like I'm going to be 28 in a month. So, like, we're at that age. And I was talking about this with Connor, too, because Connor, shout out to Connor, he just he's got studio space with one of his boys to, like, recording and stuff. Wow. Actually, you remember Jonathan Eliashev? Yo, we call him Yoni. He went to PCD. He was a bassist, curly hair, Jewish kid.
Yeah. He had mad swag.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't think he had Yoni. I mean,
I think I remember who you're talking about. I thought he had
that's
mad
how.
swag.
Like, I know no
Yo,
shade
what up,
on
Yoni. You got swag,
no
bro.
shade on Yoni, but that's not how I characterized him. But he was he's an insane, an insane bassist, and an insane
you have
musician
to have
in
swag
general.
To be a bassist,
You do. He has his own swag. He has his swag.
He's a bassist.
Yes, he plays bass.
I don't even. What instrument is that?
No, it's not Seinfeld shit. Him and Connor they went half on a studio space out there in New York.
Wow!
And
I'm about to make an album, yo. What's up, Connor? How much you charge per hour?
Oh my God, yeah! And shout out to Connor. Did you ever listen to Connor's music?
Yo,
it was good, bro.
Zeb sent me his shit. Connor sent me. I mean, I listen to Connor's stuff. Connor's famous. I can't get in touch with him. You know.
Yeah. Right.
Doing New Year's parties, sold out 6 years in a row.
Yo, facts.
Nah, but Connor's doing his thing. I'm really proud of like
Yeah.
both those dudes. Yo, those guys are killing it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, his music. I'm excited to see what that studio brings for them.
Yeah,
They're renting it out,
too.
I'm sure.
Yeah, yep.
And then they're also making their own music.
And then so they're
Yo, I'm trying to hear some of
making
that.
their own music in there. And I feel like that's where we're at a time when we gotta double up. We gotta push it. We gotta
bet on us.
We gotta bet on us, and we gotta risk something to get more out of what we want.
Se jodió, bro.
And so that's why se jodió todo, and that's what made me pull the trigger. While it was no better time than quarantine, I was like, let's do it. I just did all like my research in terms of what I need to get the film down, like to get the video equipment going, and it's in the mail. And by the time I get back to Rhode Island, con Dios delante, it'll all be there, and I can start, moving towards that step by step. And
that's really motivating because for me right now, I'm like, I had to get comfortable.
Yeah.
Like right now, I had to learn how to hold the mic. There's like a couple basic things that I had to learn. I feel like when my first amount of podcasts was with you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Shout out to URR underrepresented representative.
Yo, that was an amazing.
Shout out to David Naja.
Amazing experience.
I gotta have that. That should be another concrete goal. Is gotta get them on this shit. Gotta get them on this shit.
That'd be a blessing.
Yeah.
And then I was on a podcast with Sydney on your podcast.
Yep.
This is my first time being alone, but like it's work. But I can see you stepping into a big comfort zone with this and just being like, all right, let's get it. Like, let's have fun. This looks like a dope ass toy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This looks like the it is.
And it is. It is. And there's a lot it's like there's like the fact one of my biggest things is what I wanted a soundboard, and like this got me the soundboard. You can hook the shit up to Bluetooth. This mixer is literally made for podcasting. Like it's called the Rodecaster. Like it's like if you watch podcasts on YouTube and you when they pan to the cameras of the producers and the guys, you'll see it. This is 9 times out of 10. This is what they're working on.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, man.
So that's literally what it's made for. So
I think that's like advice to everyone. Just like I think it's so violent to say pull that trigger. Pull the trigger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's another idiom that's like throw that shit away. Yo, esa vaina es muy violenta. But you can say like I'm really happy to I think that's motivating to me to be like, yo, just double up. Like I like that one better. Double up. So that has to do with money, right? Like it's like put your money.
I think so. That's what Nipsey said. Shout out Nipsey.
Put your money where your mouth is and invest in yourself first before we invest into other things, right? Like you could have easily spent $800 somewhere else on a PS freaking 5. I love when you talk about the PS5.
Bro, I talk about the PS5 every episode
because eso me tiene que
it's under my skin, bro. And then Michael put me on. He was the one who put me on to the scam that people are doing with the PS5 with the raffle scams.
Right. I don't
know what's going on with that?
People just getting robbed.
It's not necessarily getting robbed. It's just like, because it's, in a sense. But like, they promote these PS4s, give me $50 for the raffle. And if you win, they might or might not have the PS4.
They just give you $50 back.
They just give that person their $50 back if they don't got it, and they pocket everybody else's money anyways.
I have become what have I been doing the last 5 months? I've been listening to your podcast, yo. That's what I've been doing. It's just it's annoying. I read something the other day that said they're gonna make more PS4s to
offset the fact that there's no. But like I already have a PS4.
That's not the problem that we're in.
For real.
But it's all right. I'm good with waiting. I don't mind. The resellers are wild. I mean, maybe one day I have to bite. There's another one. Bite the bullet.
Bite the bullet. Bite those idioms.
To do with a gun.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not giving any resale. I'm not gonna go on StockX for a PS5 or an Xbox. Right. I'm not gonna hit up a raffle on Instagram. I'm not doing that shit. So I'll wait. I don't give a fuck. I'll wait. But it's on pure principle.
It's worth waiting.
I'm not fucking doing it.
The PS4 is holding it down too. It's definitely holding it down. At least for me,
The Switch has been holding it down for me this last year.
Oh yeah,
that's what's been holding it down.
I want to play. What is it called? That's like that Metroid.
The new Metroid game, that Metroid Dread.
That looks so
That game's
good.
like rated M, and I was like, when I went back to work yesterday, like some of my, I work with kindergartens, mind you. They were just talking about Metroid Dread, and I was like, y'all bugging. Your parents is crazy.
You're just ripping people's arms apart. Yo, this game is gruesome. Doom, yo.
Doom,
I'm just like, yo, wow.
That's a fun little, just like, shoot them up, kill zombies, rip their heads up. Yeah, that's a good one. I haven't played, like, maybe I might get back into Horizon again.
Horizon's good.
The new one's coming out, or it's out already.
Wow, the new one's.
But I think it's only for
PS5.
PS5. Yeah, that's the one PlayStation exclusive that's only PS5.
It looks really, really good.
Even
if I can buy that game and I can't buy a PS5, I'm gonna be freaking tight.
Even with fucking with the reason I didn't play the Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Right, you were waiting for the PS5
because I wanted Miles Morales to get the respect of a fucking PS5.
Right.
All right, and I ended up just because I share accounts with my cousin, and he hit me up one day saying he bought it. So
still
I ended up
works?
playing it. Yeah,
that finessing game works.
The finessing game still works.
That's why a lot of people, when I ask them, I think here for games, they're like, oh yeah, I have that digitally.
Yeah.
I just.
Oh yeah, I don't buy hard copies anymore either.
Yeah, I want the digital version of the PS5. Like that's the. I mean, I don't really know why you would need. But yo, you know one thing I noticed, my homie
it's more
had
just
one.
like for a collectible. I see like. The only way, like, I can see myself just, like, on some nerd shit, just, like, getting only the digital version and then just, like, going to GameStop and stealing just the cases of the games I own just so I can have the catalog, you know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
So I don't have the disc, but I have the case just to have the case.
It is nice to have a couple of games like that. It's
right.
just like, yo, this game means a lot to me, or I could trade it in and it means nothing.
Yeah.
I feel you.
But it literally does mean nothing because GameStop is going to give you nothing for it.
No, nothing. That's why I
Right,
said.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. Bueno, muchacho.
Bueno, yo.
It's been a good episode.
Yeah, it's been fun, man.
It's been fun.
It's been a lot of fun. I feel like I just went for a run. Like I feel like my adrenaline is up.
Yeah.
I feel like my confidence is up for the day.
Yeah, I do too.
It's early over here, yo.
It is early.
Y'all over there in the U.S., it's 11:20 on the East Coast.
Yeah.
It's over here. It's already 12:30. We in the afternoon. About to eat lunch.
Tú sabes.
What you eat for breakfast this morning, Jeremy? Let them know, yo.
I had mango with salami huevo from Barrio Payán. Yo, that mango was fucking, oh my God.
Good, yo.
Mango was fucking
Yeah,
insane.
if anyone listening is trying to go to DR, come through.
With a jugo de piña.
With jugo de piña, that's what you got?
Yeah, I got the jugo de piña, yep. I almost went to...
Natural, right?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's really good.
Yeah.
I had the zapote.
I almost got the zapote with the milk, but it was too much.
The jugo de piña is good, and it flush it's just like light. It's juice.
Jugo, baby, jugo. All right, you know what I want to do? I want to end this episode reading a quote from this book by Paulo Coelho. It's a dude who wrote The Alchemist, right? I talked about The Alchemist on the show before. The dude who wrote The Alchemist, he has a book called Warrior of the Light. It's a manual. It's not really a book. It's more just a lot of short notes and quotes on how to live your fucking life. So I'm going to open. I read one earlier this morning about being grateful, not only to Papa Dios upstairs, but to your family and friends. I'm going to open up this book. It's to a random page, and I'm going to read what it says.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, here we go. When a warrior is the victim of some injustice, he usually tries to be alone in order not to show his pain to others. This is both good and bad. It is one thing to allow one's heart to heal its wounds slowly, but it is quite another to sit all day in deep contemplation for fear of seeming weak. Inside each of us, there lives an angel and a devil, and their voices are very alike. Confronted by a problem, the devil encourages that solitary conversation, trying to show us how vulnerable we are. And the angel makes us reflect upon our attitudes and occasionally needs someone else's heart to reveal itself. A warrior balances solitude and dependence. Until next week, dirtbags, holla.